I'm here this morning with Sheriff John DAgostini of the El Dorado Sheriff's Office, and I wanted to talk to you about what you do with the Vision Coalition of El Dorado Hills. What is your role as law enforcement?
Well, I sit on the executive board and as a representative from law enforcement for representing the communities of El Dorado County. And it means a lot to me because, this is dealing with our youth, and the youth are the future of El Dorado County. A lot of my career was working in the narcotics field, and I've seen and know what that does to a community. So any bit that we can work with, organizations like the Vision Coalition to prevent that type of behavior in our youth, those addictive behaviors and just use in general, we're going to do everything we can to make sure we can get them on the right track now and work with them now and get that information out there and education and make El Dorado County a safer place and give these kids a better chance at a brighter future.
Great, great. What are some of the projects you've been involved with the coalition?
Well, I go to the meetings. I go to the community forums and speak on behalf of law enforcement. We also work with the Vision Coalition with the National Drug Take Back Day. And that's a day where, in conjunction with DEA across this nation, people can clean out their medicine chests.
Yes.
That's typically where our youth are getting a lot of their prescription drugs,
Exactly.
illicit prescription drugs, so they're not prescribed to them.
Right.
So we encourage the community to go through their medicine chests and medicine cabinets and their bathroom drawers and wherever they have keep their medicines. Inventory them, see what they need now, what's not expired if they need to hold on to them, and everything else that isn't, get rid of it and bring it down. It's free of charge. We take it all in. We have different collection points, and we market that pretty heavily and try with the Vision Coalition to do that so that folks can come in and just drop those off. And then we're also working on, hopefully, working with the pharmacies to make a permanent drop-off place for folks to do that. So it just doesn't happen to be on those drug take-back days. It can be throughout the year. And then through us, because they are controlled substances, we will facilitate the removal and destruction of those substances.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
24/7, 365.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people call all the time looking for a place to dispose. Is there a proper way to dispose of drugs? That's what people want to know too.
Yeah, bring them to us. We'll
best.
we'll go ahead and dispose of them. The old days they said flush them down the toilet or whatever, or flush them down the drain. That is not a good thing.
Right.
That ends up in our water system and our waste treatment facilities, and some of those are so strong and toxic that they can cause havoc with those facilities. We recommend they bring them to us, and we'll go ahead and destroy them.
Yeah, sounds good. Tell us a little bit about prevention and your experience with dealing with prevention rather than intervention later.
Well, we all know that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Right.
That's the old saying. My experience was specifically working with the kids, going to the high schools, talking to the kids on the street. And it does work. It does help. One of the best success stories I've had, people ask me, what's the best thing you've ever done in law enforcement? And I was on the SWAT team. I was on the marijuana suppression unit, crime specific unit, as armor, range master, firearms instructor. I've investigated everything from bad checks to homicides. But by far the best thing that ever happened to me in my career was a 16-year-old kid named David. Mm-hmm. And he was going down that path. Yeah. And his folks, I was assigned, I was this, what was called a pseudo-resident deputy, kind of the city's deputy when I was working in Amador. And his folks asked me to intervene if I could. So I kind of made a project out of David. I would take him to school in the morning when he was miss his bus to make sure he went to school. I would, with his parents' permission, I had free reign of his backpack and his personal belongings. I would search his backpack at any given time. Mm-hmm. We did that for a while, and he started doing really good. That was 15 years ago. Mm. So probably about 5 or 6 years ago, I was at a function in the community, and this young man with a nice young lady pushing a stroller got my attention and said, "Do you remember me?" And I said, "No." I said, "I don't. I'm sorry." And he said, "I'm David." And he says, "I got a great job. I work in the heating and air industry. This is my wife. This is my little baby. We just bought a house." And he was doing really, really well.
Yay. We love those
So-
success stories.
So it does work. It does work if we focus on the causes, you know, and we take the time and the resources to put into our youth. The payoffs can be fantastic.
Well, I'm glad you put it that way. I think that it's really important to just the attention that you gave to him and really showing that you cared and engaging him as part of the community and just not letting him slip away. Those things are the things we try to focus on and really by showing recognition for what they do and what they're involved in.
Yeah, and the Vision Coalitions, you know, the direction they have and the leadership of DJ, they're doing some wonderful, wonderful things. Everything is based around funding. DJ is a huge proponent of chasing any grant he can get his hands on, and
That's right.
that's encouraging. And also, there's been a lot of community support every year at the annual fundraisers. And I know other folks that donate from time to time to Vision Coalition. So anybody that's out there, I'm sure there'll be a trailer at the end of this where you can donate to keep Vision Coalition alive, because it is very important to the community.
Well, thank you, and I hope you're going to be at our next fundraisers, the Kentucky Derby this year,
All right. I'll
May
be there.
4th, 2013.
I'll be there.
Yeah, it'll be a fun time. Well, thank you so much for joining us this early Monday morning, and I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, great.
I wish they all went like that.
I know, that was too easy. Yeah, you
You
speak
got
a
me all
lot.
prepped up.
Yeah.